If I could meet my high school chem teacher, I used to always like ask him, when will I learn this? When will I use this? I use it every day, so I'd have to apologize.
Welcome to SeaWorld. You're awesome. You're pretty cool. You're my favorite.
That being said, I'll take you guys back.
Awesome, cool. You're my favorite.
Cool.
Mostly because I love that old logo.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I grew up with that. I grew up with the SeaWorld that used to be in Ohio. So that was also back in the day. So thank you for joining us here at SeaWorld and enjoying our inside look. Please take all the pictures, all the video that you'd like to take. Please ask all of our questions as well. I am a member of the education team. So yes, I may be able to fill you in from time to time on any questions you might have about our aquariums, but I take care of you, not our animals. So I may not be the best expert if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty. So I'm not offended if you want to hold all your questions for the aquarists that we have up above. You're about to go up into our aquarium. If you have any questions, let me know. I love you and have a good day.
There you go. Thank you.
No problem. So you go to the SeaWorld Rescue Store.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your patience. Not going quite yet, but it's the next step. It's gonna be super great. Here at the Manta Aquarium, aquarium and roller coaster, opened 2009. 10 years! It just goes by so quickly. So here at the Manta Aquarium, we do have many different species of animals. Hopefully you go through the aquarium through the traditional way, where you can see live coral habitats. An octopus, super cool. And I'll tell you why I'm scared by them. And seahorses. We even have sea dragons. We also have our rays. But not all rays are stingrays, and there are many different species. Now this aquarium and the associated roller coaster are called Manta, inspired by the manta ray. The manta ray is the largest species of ray with a wingspan or fin span that can be over 20 feet wide. We don't have any of those here. So we do have a species though that looks a little bit similar, the lesser devil ray. You'll be able to see them. It kind of looks like they have horns. But those horns, spoiler alert, act surprised if we told this again, those are curl fins that can uncurl and create a funnel right towards their mouth for their food. Now there are many different species of rays, like I said. The cow-nosed ray that you could meet and pet over at their Singer Lagoon, their mouths are underneath their bodies. Awesome. We have two locations that we'd like to show you here at the Manta Aquarium. First, we're going to be going up above the aquarium itself. So the part of the aquarium where you can see the stingrays and sharks swimming over your head. You're going to be meeting, I believe it's Libby right now. And then we're going to be heading downstairs again to be hanging out with Eric, so many names, and seeing our life support system here. We have a whole lot of water, a whole lot of animals to take care of. And Ryan and Neri is here as well. They're kind of important too. But everything works close side by side together to help take care of all of our animals. We have our rescue center area where we have many different teams of people working close side by side, like our veterinarians, our veterinary technicians, our rescue team members. But my favorite, don't tell the others, our water quality. We have over 14 million gallons of water here at SeaWorld. Without a healthy habitat, nothing could be here. Come on, folks. There's shade over here. then we'll take a big sniff. Doesn't it smell so good? Yeah, seems like a whole lot of fish, right? So, what's a fun part to keep in mind, especially for my kiddos, is that where you were going, you're going to be looking at the aquarium that some of our kids who visit SeaWorld get to sleep under. We have sleepover programs here at SeaWorld. They can sleep right next to the animals, like with our Manta Aquarium. There are belugas, I love so much, even our turtle community.
He wants to know where the lions are.
Where the lions are, they're in Tampa. Well, okay.
You got lionfish.
We do have lionfish and sea lions. I'm not lying about that. I see you lying around.
Hi, welcome to this spot. So my name is Spencer. I'm in the same department as Zach and Chrissy. We're in our education team here. So normally I'm doing things like sleepovers and panel, but today I get to do inside look types of things. Before we go up, I wanted to just show you what you were looking at over there, all the filters that are kind of behind you. The filters are really important for the animals. That's kind of how we make sure the animals are healthy. That's important for all the animals. So we have about 14 million gallons of water at SeaWorld for the animals. And that has to be filtered constantly. We have to test it all the time. And that's important. So what we do is we have different people at SeaWorld who test different parts of the water. So every 3 to 6 hours or so, we're going to look for different types different levels for salt and oxygen, ozone, carbon, nitrogen. We look at the temperature, all that kind of stuff. We want to make sure that it's perfect for each individual exhibit. If you were to tally up all of the animal water tests we run every day with all of the exhibits, it's about 3,000 water tests every day. There are 32,000 animals at SeaWorld, and all of them need to have clean water. The biggest difference between those filters and the ones that you might find at a water treatment plant for your city water is that we have to have salt, of course. So most of our water is salt water. We make that here. We're too far from the ocean to pump in ocean water. That's the biggest difference. We're going to hand it straight up the steps here. When we get up there, there's going to be a yellow line on the ground. You want to make sure you stay about 3 feet behind the yellow line. We don't want our keeper to fall into the water today. Not something we're interested in. Of course, please take lots of pictures and videos while we're upstairs so we can see everything and you remember all of it for later. And if you have questions, ask questions. It's really important. The only other rule to keep in mind is just kind of keep your hands to yourself. You don't want to touch any of the things or lean on any of the things. There's lots of equipment in here. I want to make sure it all stays how it's supposed to stay. Alrighty? Any questions right now? No. Okay, perfect.
Enjoy.
All the way down, please.
All the sharks, fish, rays that we have up here. We actually have 4 different species of rays in here, 2 different species of sharks, not to mention all the other exhibits that we have in the building. I don't know if anybody has been through our exhibit pathway, seen any of our tanks from downstairs. This is one that you can actually see from that glass. You can look up when you're downstairs. Sometimes you might have gotten to see us feeding. We do feed this exhibit from in the water twice a day. Morning, afternoon, it was tracked. We make sure everybody's eating properly. We do what is called target feeding for a lot of our animals that we have up here. Actually, all 4 of our ray species and 1 of our 2 shark species are target trained. So what we'll do is we'll get in the water, we'll stand on that glass, and we are the target for the leopard ray. So he's the big giant guy. Swimming down there, he sees us standing in the water on the glass and he says, okay, now it's time to eat. He'll come over, we can hand feed him his food. At the same time, we have somebody else in the water with us and we're feeding the 2 black blotch rays using that target right there. That little red square is their target. So they know that means that's where they get their food and we can feed them. We have guitar fish in here, which are related to rays and sharks. They're actually cartilaginous, just like sharks and rays. They have no bones in their body at all. Their spine is actually made of cartilage. Every hard part of their body is cartilage. There's no bones. They're the little guys down at the bottom. They've got little pointy faces. They see this green square and they say, oh, okay, that's where I get my food. And we put it on the bottom. There's a little mesh cage that we put over top to keep the food on the square until the guitar fish come over. We'll lift that little cage up and they can eat from their target. We have our super shark tiger who keeps moving around every time I want to talk about him. He's hiding.
He was here.
He was here? Okay. Usually he's just laying on the bottom except for when I want to point him out. He has a yellow circle. It's attached to a PVC pole. We put it in the water. He sees it, bumps it. We tongue feed him his food. Finally, we have the mobula, the manta rays cousin, the lesser devil ray. So this is about full size for them. They look like a baby manta. They're found off the coast of Florida, among other places. And we have 3 males and 3 females here. So we can identify each of them individually, and that's very important so we can make sure they're getting the appropriate diet for their body size. In the wild, they would hunt and they would find clouds of krill and they would swim through. They basically close those little lobes, the cephalic lobes on the front of their face, and it would create like a funnel, and it would push their food right there, tiger. That funnel will help put the food right in their mouth. If we did that here, we wouldn't know who's eating, how much they're eating. I'm sardines eating all of the food, and we wouldn't know if there was a sign that somebody wasn't doing well. If an animal stops eating, that's pretty much the first sign something is unhealthy for some reason. So we want to know how much are they eating every single day. So we have these bottles. We put their food in here, and we will mix it up. It's krill, pellets. They get what's called shark vitamins. It's specially formulated. They get it twice a day. They also get different supplements like B vitamins, potassium iodide, which is very important for all cartilaginous fish. And we'll mix it all up. It's usually about 4 bottles in the morning and 4 bottles in the afternoon, split between the 6 mobula. And it takes usually 20 to 30 minutes for them to go through this. So once we fed all the other guys, once we broadcast food to the sardines, we broadcast food to the Manta heads and the cow nose rays, we'll get back in over here, stand on the glass like we did with the other rays, and we'll show them this bottle. And they know this is where I eat, and they'll move it by. We can put, like, sometimes some of them like to be held, sort of. We'll put our hand under them just to hold them in place. We'll put the bottle right in their mouth, squeeze it, about probably a fifth of the bottle at a time usually comes out per feed, and they'll move on, and another one will come over, and we'll track it on the slate how many times each of them has come over per feed, and we'll total it up, and we'll look at the average. And as long as they're within the average range, like we do it by body weight, so as long as they're getting about 3% of their body weight, we know that they're staying healthy, they're getting the appropriate nutrition, although we don't have any reason to worry. So it's all very well timed, so everybody knows when they're supposed to eat, and they don't usually steal too much from each other, but that way we know everybody's eating well. Anybody have any questions? We do most of our animals get at least a yearly exam from the vets. Some species like stingray lagoon, they'll usually do at least every 6 months. So how do we get on the glass? Good question. So it's hiding, but where that water line is over there by those pieces of wood and stuff, there's a clear area. You're going into the water, and the glass, the water level is about waist deep. So we'll just move about waist here, right over there. We usually have waders on that are hanging behind you guys, so we don't get soaking wet when we're working. Otherwise, we have a wetsuit on, and if we were diving in here, we'll just go into that. Unfortunately, we haven't had any babies yet from the mobula. These guys are actually just now maybe old enough to have babies. If we did, we could potentially use this pool. It's all the same water. But we also have an area, I don't know if you guys made it to like the North Support area where we have our quarantine facility. We have very large outside holding pools that are very good for sharks and rays, so we could also move them to down there. But we haven't had any yet. Good question. Fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed.
All right, we're done.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Libby.
So welcome, my name is Eric. I'm one of the aquarists here at Manta. I've been at SeaWorld for about 5 years, and I've been at the Manta Aquarium for about 3 of those 5 years. Behind you here up high is the nice inconvenient way that we have to get into our freshwater planet tank. I shouldn't say planet really anymore, it's now freshwater predator tank. So if you guys go through the ride though and you see that tank with the arowana and the freshwater rays, that's the tank. For those of you who haven't seen it, I promise you the front of it's more entertaining than the back of it. Here we also have our saltwater and our freshwater chambers. Each chamber holds about 2,500 gallons worth of water. And we'll go through about that salt water every 2 to 3 weeks. So we're doing that, we're using through water changes, through backwashing, through a lot of different means. And then the fresh water is RO water, or reverse osmosis water. That's water that we make up here. And it's just pure water. There's no extra metals or anything like that. A lot of aquariums that can be on the coast are able to open up a levee and just let that water come in. We don't have that luxury, so that's why we have to make up our own. I'm going to take you guys back going around so you guys can check out the filtration. The only thing I ask is please don't lean on any pipes. I would hate for a pipe to burst and spray you full of water. But that being said, I'll take you guys back. All right. So, you guys, the first set of filtration you're going to pass, this is our sea dragon filtration. And behind that is the freshwater filtration. All the way down. And then this filtration behind me, this is actually the filtration for the coral reef tank. That reef tank is actually 12,000 gallons, not 1,200, but 12,000 gallons. It's a big system, so it needs a big filter on it. This blue block right here, that's actually the sump. So that is what contains all the water that we use to filter out. These big pumps here, they look kind of like pod racer engines in Star Wars. This is actually what brings all of that water back to the main tank. Those smaller pumps back there will bring it to what's called a protein skimmer. Basically what that will do is it'll fractionate all the water up and it'll skim over through hydrogen bonding. Basically it makes a really nice smell to it. Those protein skimmers are actually upstairs and outside, so they don't smell bad and they don't, you know, make this room so funky. But basically, yeah. So that's the filtration for the coral tank. Behind you guys here is our sand filters. Sand filters are one of the most basic and common filtrations used in any aquarium. Basically, there's a big chamber filled with sand, hence the name. And water will pour over that sand, and any debris will get caught in that sand. Then what we'll do is we'll actually pour water once or twice a week. We'll backwash it. We'll pour water from the bottom up, and it'll pull all that debris back out, and it'll push it down and drain or into a reclamation chamber so it can be reused somewhere else in the park. So right here, like I said, this is the planet tank. And then the one right over there is the Sea Dragon tank. You can see that weird white insulation all over the Sea Dragon tank. That's because the Sea Dragon tank likes it at a nice 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 14 degrees Celsius, which is great. Really wakes you up at 6 in the morning when we have to dive in that tank. But yeah, that's what it comes with. You guys have any questions about it? I know it's not as cool looking or glamorous as, you know, the zebra shark feeding or the mobula, but sure, yeah, we do it all. So.
Incredible.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Thank you. If I could meet my high school chem teacher, I used to always like ask him, when will I learn this? When will I use this? I use it every day, so I'd have to apologize because I literally test chemistries every day. Sure. I test the chemistries. I can tell you right now, in that big coral tank, the alkalinity is 144 parts per million. The calcium is 450 parts per million. So basically, like, we have to keep doing it. We have to keep using it, and yeah. So yeah, this is the other half of the aquarium. It's way more fun, of course, when I get to feed the mobula or I get to feed the leopard or the zebra shark. But we gotta do this part of it too.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So it's the trade-off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions though? No, they're just shocked because it's so cool back here, right? You're gonna hear this pump ringing in your head when you go to bed tonight. You're like, that's what it sounds like at Manta. All right, I'm gonna take you guys out so you can see daylight again. You're gonna go right to your left, all right? Thank you, sir. No, thank you guys for coming and checking out and seeing where we work. Thank you. Have a good one.
Rick. Happy New Year.
You too. Thank you, thank you.
You have money?
Thank you very much, sir.
Have a good day.
You too.
You too. Thank you.